I had just walked into the restaurant when a proposal unfolded right before my eyes. It was exactly the kind of proposal I'd always dreamed of, except the one being proposed to wasn't me. It was my sister Tess. I stood awkwardly off to the side, watching the man I loved get down on one knee for her, my heart shattered into pieces. Ever since I'd been a flower girl as a kid, I'd been obsessed with the feeling of wearing a wedding dress. That's why I was always willing to be a bridesmaid for my friends, taking on all the tedious, tiring chores at the weddings, comforting the nervous brides, and even helping them use the bathroom while they were in their gowns. I could attend several weddings in a single day simply because I craved the joy that filled those occasions. My closet was stuffed full of bridesmaid dresses, each one a symbol of my longing for marriage. I'd been a bridesmaid 27 times already, yet my own wedding still felt like a distant dream. I thought this time I'd finally get to catch the bouquet, but someone suddenly ran into me and knocked me to the ground. When I woke up, a handsome man was standing over me. Since I was still feeling dizzy, Kevin, that was his name, escorted me home like a true gentleman. As it turned out, he'd noticed me rushing between two weddings the entire night, and he'd been curious about me ever since. Kevin was a journalist who wrote a marriage advice column. Yet he didn't believe in marriage at all. He thought weddings were nothing but empty, meaningless rituals, and he assumed I felt the same way. His words infuriated me. I stormed off home, refusing to say another word to him. Kevin later found the diary I'd left behind in his taxi. Driven by curiosity, he flipped through it and discovered it was filled with all my memories of being a bridesmaid. He decided to write a story about me, convinced it would be a huge hit. The next day at work, a bouquet of flowers was delivered to me with no card attached. Just then, George walked over. I was so shy that I couldn't even look him in the eyes. I'd had a crush on him for 3 years, but I'd never mustered up the courage to tell him how I felt. That night, I brought Tess to my company party. My eyes never left George for a second. I was certain he'd been the one to send me those flowers. Encouraged by my best friend, I gathered up my courage and walked toward him, only to watch him walk straight over to Tess instead. To my utter disbelief, George and Tess fell head over heels for each other the moment they met. Just then, Kevin patted me on the shoulder and asked if I'd like the flowers he'd sent me. I was stunned. The flowers that had made me so happy had come from Kevin, the very man who hated marriage with a passion. Overwhelmed with emotion, I ran outside to let off some steam.